legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Keep playing hard.
First and 10, Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 24, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Sheds off the tackle, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it... fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Joe Mixon trucks over him, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A gain of 6 there on first. Good throw there to start the second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
12.
Burrow on third down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
11.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. 11. Here we go. Check back 12. 11 mighty. 12. Mike 12. Hey, watch delay.
Now Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Second down and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Who that? He's checking. Crash, switch.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Check back 16. 11, Thomas. 11. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Come on.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On second and very short, Mayfield. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Mayfield on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield to throw it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Come on now, let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for him.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They find some open field here. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get it down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
12 the mark. Got you pumped.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They go play action now. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
On first down, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
At the 36-yard line.
11.
Check back 33. Watch the run. Watch the run. Back check 33. 33.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 82 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He's grassy. He's checking.
This is Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Hey, can.
Switch gears.
12. Undercrush.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
I'm coming after you. Double time.
11, Thomas.
Mike 12. Watch the curl. Mike 12. Oh, you got deep?
Burrow looking to pass. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Shaw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Steps away to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Bengals 20, Browns 15.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First down, here's Burrow. He's going to air one out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 50, check 50. You go tight, you got tight, you got tight.
Now Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Miles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT tight.
6 guys, check
12, 12, 12.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Stop.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Browns drive about to get started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shaw. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Mayfield now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Baker. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Down 4 they go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play
That's so, huh?
they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive. And they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. Here's Mayfield. And they can't convert. It's incomplete. But they still see the lead here in the final moments of this game.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
And this is going to be struck out. The Bengals recover.
GG's.